Hey everyone, and welcome to today's YouTube video. Today I am sharing the 4 themes that showed up in my coaching sessions with clients this past. We're going to jump straight to it. So number 1 is, if you're going to win as an entrepreneur, you have to be obsessed with what I call the 3 P's of your pipeline. The 3 P's are having a purposeful, powerful prospecting pipeline. Purposeful, powerful prospecting pipeline. The thing about most people's pipelines, most sales agents or entrepreneurs' pipelines, is they're not focused. They're not purposeful. It's a little bit of a little of this, a little of that, maybe a few clients here, a few clients there. But the intention for having a purposeful pipeline and looking at your pipeline and asking yourself, is my pipeline purposeful? Are you aware of each relationship? Are you aware of each client that you've put into this pipeline? Are you up to speed? Are you up to date? Are you accurate in your actual assessment of their needs? Or did you talk to them one time, they said they might need to do to have work with you or have your services to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, or some other type of offer that you deliver, and you just put them into your pipeline without a lot of notes, without a lot of context, and really without a next step. Right? Having a purposeful pipeline is going to always mean that you have some type of next action that you are taking, that your prospect is taking, and that if your prospect is taking an action, you have an action about checking back in with them, having a purpose behind the name, right, that's on the pipeline, so to speak. This isn't just about having a purposeful pipeline. It's also about being purposeful in your marketing and in your messaging and in your attraction. How do people know what you do, right? How are you communicating on a daily, weekly, monthly basis what kinds of needs you can serve? So if you're a real estate agent, are you being clear with the people that you talk to every single day about how you can help? What needs you serve? Do you serve probate and divorces, or do you just serve, typical families moving, upsizing or downsizing, right? Are you using words that invite and are purposeful to attract the right kinds of clients? Being purposeful in your actions with these people in your pipeline is going to change everything for you. And if I noticed anything this month, it was that some of my coaching clients in the beginning, now they are purposeful, but in the beginning of the month, a couple of them had not yet taken the time to actually keep their pipeline accurate, right? They had maybe some old prospects in there, maybe some new prospects that they hadn't put into the pipeline. And I'm just going to ask you to not be haphazard about your pipeline. Be purposeful about it. Be intentional about it. Ask questions of each of your clients on a regular basis so that you can be confident that each person is exactly where they need to be in your pipeline. So that's being purposeful. The second P of the purposeful, powerful prospecting pipeline is to be powerful. It's the intention that you have a robust pipeline, that you have a kind of like strong, full pipeline where it's not lean, it's not weak. There are plenty of people in there. There are plenty of needs in your pipeline. You want to grow your pipeline to the point that you can rely on it even if someone's life changes and they need to step out of your pipeline, right? You want to have your pipeline so full and so full of plenty of needs that you are working to serve, that you're not hung up if someone's needs change because your pipeline is so full. Your intended results and outcome really should be revolved around how many clients do you want to serve, how much income are you looking to generate, what type of like quality in terms of like reviews, referrals, testimonials are you looking to create? So you want this pipeline to be robust. That is the word I would use. Make it powerful. Don't let it be weak. If you look at that pipeline and you're thinking that the pipeline itself and the transactions or the needs that are in the pipeline is not enough to overachieve the goals that you have for yourself, then it's time to get to work on building the strength of your pipeline, building the power of your pipeline, building the relationships inside your pipeline. And then finally, it's a prospecting pipeline. These are not all clients necessarily who have already said yes to you. These are prospects. These are people who are looking to make a change in their life, whether they're moving, whether they're buying something, selling something, whether they need your services, and they're prospects. They are potential clients. So when you look at your pipeline, just ask yourself, is it purposeful? Is it powerful? And is it also full of prospects, not just people who have a plan already, right? These are potentials. Number 2, the second theme that showed up in my coaching this month was the truth that your business and your sales and your results are highly contingent upon how healthy you are. So how healthy are you, right? And I'm talking about, being someone who's physically healthy, someone who is mentally healthy, spiritually healthy, financially healthy, emotionally healthy. These are not things that a lot of times in business coaching get talked about, but it is one of the unique ways that I work with my clients is I want to make sure that we're not limiting ourselves in growth because of our life and our health, right? And in different areas. And so, this is going to sound simple because it is, but drink your water. So be physically healthy, drink water, move your body, get your heart rate up, make sure that you're taking time to invest in moving in ways that you would not normally move throughout the day, right? So if you're used to sitting or standing or walking, what else are you doing, right? What kind of stretches are you doing? What kind of classes are you going to? Take the stairs from time to time, right? As far as like mentally healthy, be reading books, right? Be reading books, be listening to books, be sharpening your skills, be starting conversations, invite new ideas in, take time to process, to journal, to ask questions, to be curious, meditate, go to therapy. All of these things are going to help you mentally be sharper and more focused. As far as your spiritual health and fitness, I encourage you to develop your faith, right? Expand your faith, go deeper with your faith, go wider with your faith, choose faith and choose trust, and then cultivate faith and trust. So there's a lot of things within our control about how we operate, how we behave, what actions we take, and there's a lot of things that are outside of our control. And that's where trust comes in. Trust comes in when it's time to say, that's outside my control, but I trust that everything is always working out for me. So cultivate your spiritual practices and your faith. And then the last 2 things to really choose to be well around and continue to focus on is financial and emotional, right? So with your finances, get into relationship with your money, spend time actually looking at your cash flow, spend time actually looking at your net worth, spend time, asking yourself, am I moving in the direction I want to be moving in, right? Is my net worth increasing month after month, or is it decreasing? And do I know that for sure, right? Am I tracking those numbers clearly so that the choices I make today, this week, this month can be more impactful for the direction I actually want to go in? And then finally, emotional health. The question is are you laughing enough? Are you spending enough time with loved ones? Are you taking the time to listen, to ask them questions, to be vulnerable, to open up, to invite them into your world and to stay involved in their world? A lot of this business and life and, the way we develop as individuals is a very inside job. And so it's a very personal thing that each one of us works on individually. But to what purpose if we are not involved in relationship with loved ones and with close ones? So those are your friends, your family, your team, right? Maybe even your clients from time to time. Are you developing your emotional stamina, and are you prioritizing the relationships in your life? So that was the second theme. Be well, be healthy, choose to prioritize those physical fitness, mental fitness, spiritual fitness, financial fitness, and emotional fitness. The third thing, and one of the most important themes that came up this month, was really about having vision and having clarity of vision. And that as leaders, we are 1000% responsible for the vision. So whether you're leading yourself as a solopreneur, as a sales agent, or a creative, you need a vision, right? And I believe you have a vision. But whether you're leading yourself or you're leading other people, the vision is very important. Holding the vision is important. Clarifying the vision is important. Knowing where you're going. Other people around you, they need you to be clear on your vision so that you can communicate the what, right? What are we doing? What are we building? And why are we building it? They can be responsible for how all of that happens, but you as the leader are responsible for recognizing the vision is yours. So if you aren't satisfied with the results you're getting or that your team is getting, I want you to check back in with your vision. Are you clear as to what it is you're even working toward, right? That you're working for? Are you clear about what it is you are working to create, what it is you are building? How clear is the vision? Is it concise? Is your vision inspiring? Is it empowering? The people around you and yourself, you want to be inspired. You want to be called into action because you know that the actions you take today are creating the vision that you have for the future. So if you're not spending time every day as a leader of yourself and of others to cultivate your vision and to clarify your vision, I definitely challenge you to do that. Spend time, 10, 15, 30 minutes every morning as part of your practice to visualize every single day. You can turn on a visualization exercise, maybe through a meditation, like on Insight Timer is a good app for that. Maybe you go on YouTube here for an app to learn how to visualize or to practice visualizing or to be guided in visualizing. But definitely encourage you to know what it is that you want and what it is that you're creating and hold on to that vision tightly. Finally, the fourth theme that I wanted to share with y'all today was this ability to focus. And what does it mean to have focus? And why do we need to focus? And what kind of outside stimulants, regardless of our internal world, what kind of outside stimulants are always vying for our focus? And what does it mean when we give those things focus instead of the things that we know we need to be doing? So focus is really, it's like a mental health issue because, before phones and internets and laptops and all of these things, there was a lot more of a chance that you could just be in the moment, and kind of present with whatever was happening. And it was effective and efficient and the right thing to do. And today we know the right things to do oftentimes, but it is a matter of focus and carving out time, not just the time itself, but focus in the time, right? Attention in the time. And so my question to you today is, will you make the choice to have dedicated times where all of your notifications are off, your phone is off, or on like do not disturb mode, and that you are doing your most important work? So first of all, you must make the choice that you're going to do that. But my encouragement to you that I've discovered with some of my clients is that doing those in short bursts matters a lot, right? Maybe it is an 18-minute timer that you set. Maybe it's a 25-minute timer that you set for a focused block. Maybe it's 45 minutes, 90 minutes, depending on what kind of work you need and depending on who you are as a person and kind of like what your tendencies are. I want to challenge you to use small incremental bursts of focus to your benefit. Working 4 hours a day or 4 hours straight or 8 hours a day is not always the most effective. Trying to generate leads or trying to get all of these things done. And if you give yourself 8 hours, it may take 8 hours, right? But if you give yourself 45 minutes to get something done, you're going to be focused and you're going to move toward that much faster and much more efficiently than if you gave yourself 4.5 hours. So practice setting a timer, practice your focus, choose to be focused, choose to set the time aside. And it is a matter of practice because, those who are very good at kind of tuning everything out and really focusing on the matter at hand, they likely didn't do that overnight, right? Those were things that they've chosen to practice, they've chosen to set boundaries, they've chosen to suck at it until they didn't suck at it, right? So that's what I noticed in my coaching sessions this month was this, really take advantage of the short bursts of incremental time where you can be focused without giving yourself like too long, right? So once again, for whatever reason, that the numbers that were coming up were like 18 minutes, depending on what kind of work it is, but like you could do an 18-minute focus period, 25-minute focus period, 45-minute focus period, or maybe a 90-minute focus period.